The Young and the Restless spoilers, Saturday, November 7th update. When Dina first returned to Genoa City, she made Graham, a younger man, taking advantage of her deteriorating mental state, her sole heir. Her kids circled the wagons and bounced Graham from Dina's life. Nobody gets mommy's money but them. It's the least Dina owes them. Ashley didn't even want to come to the will reading, but Jack insisted. Theo insisted on inviting himself. Sure, he's not legally an abbot or a Murgeon, which is where the bulk of Dina's money came from, her post-John husband. Dina gave Theo's father up for adoption, which means she had no legal or financial obligation to either of them, but when he isn't in the will like Dina's golden boy Kyle, Theo swears to make the abbots pay. Missing person. Chelsea was expecting Chance, but instead she got a guy grabbing her and clamping a hand over her mouth. Chelsea dropped Miles' toy, which made Chloe wonder where her friend had gone when she finds it. Chance is worried too when nobody answers. His worry brings him to Adam, who pleads innocence, but Chance isn't in the mood to be played one more time and issues his friend a threat. If he had anything to do with Chelsea's seeming disappearance, the newly hired cop Chance will make sure Adam is brought to justice. Adam was surprised when Chelsea let herself into the penthouse. He asked why she was there, and she indicated that she left a few things behind. He gestured to some suitcases and revealed that he'd finished packing for her. He added that he would have sent her things to her to spare her from returning, but she'd figured that he'd hoped to spare himself from seeing her again. She wondered why he hadn't called a delivery service, and he replied that he didn't know where she was staying. He suggested that she send a text message the next time, so they could avoid awkward moments like that in the future. Chelsea inquired whether she'd heard about Adam turning his back on his family and changing his name was true. She mentioned that Victor was concerned that there was more going on than Adam had told him, and Adam realized the real reason for her unannounced visit was to find out what he was up to. Adam dryly suggested that she leave her keys so she wouldn't risk barging in on him and Sharon. Chelsea groused that the conversation had anything to do with Sharon, yet Adam had needed to drag her name into it. Chelsea advised him to get through his head that Sharon didn't want him, just like everyone else in his life knew he was broken. Adam immersed himself in something on his computer. Chelsea voiced surprise that he was ignoring her instead of defending Shauna's honor, but he replied that he had nothing to say. Chelsea recognized that there was nothing worse than a broken heart, and she should know. She expected that he knew exactly where she was living, and she shared that she hadn't had any peace and quiet with the kids crying and playing at the Chancellor Mansion. She added that it was unpredictable and insane at times, and she loved it because the house was filled with the sounds of a happy family.